Hey everyone, Rob here with the Omnipresent Property Group, bringing you another edition of our video blog series designed to help you with all things buying, selling, or investing in real estate, as well as day-to-day home ownership. Now this week I want to help you answer a very important question. How do I manage the circus-like balancing act of buying a home and selling a home at the same time with as little stress as possible, and possibly even avoid being homeless or making two different moves? Stay tuned, we're going to go through that next. Okay, so you've decided it's time to make your move. You know you need to sell your home in order to make that move, and you're ready to get that next purchase. So how do we deal with the balancing act of selling your current home and buying your next home with as little stress as possible? First, we got to know there's three key points that we're going to talk about. There's the marketing and searching, marketing of your current home and searching for your next one, the negotiation of both, and then the closing and possession of those properties. So let's start with the marketing of and searching. First things first, the most important thing to do is to get all the moving parts out of order and in order, and make sure that you have a solid estimate of the amount of equity you're working with in your current home. This takes two different meetings. One, sitting down with one of the agents with the Omnipresent Property Group to go through and understand your highest price analysis on your current home. Two, sit down with a lender that you know and trust is going to take great care of you to lay out all your lending options. Now what we have is our lending is figured out, our equity is figured out, we put those together, now we know how to search for the home. So from there, we're going to make sure we put the home on the market at a price that makes sense for the given market, and start marketing to the public and to the other agents out there helping buyers look for homes. Then we're going to move towards the search. As soon as your home's on the market, we're going to start searching. The search, of course, kicks up based on getting an accepted offer on your home. So one of the things I always advise is when you're working with and talking with lenders, make sure you are working with a lender on your purchase that is able to close quickly. In some cases, you might get a great accepted offer on your home, and it may take another week or two to get to find a home to purchase. And in those cases, you want the lender to be able to wrap up your loan quickly in order to be able to close at the same time. More on that in just a minute. Let's talk about negotiation. So let's pretend you put your home out there. There's two different ways you can look at buying your next home. One, contingent. Two, non-contingent. What do I mean by that? You can actually make an offer to any property out there on the market contingent to the successful sale and closing of your current home. And this works really well. What ends up happening, what I would have you consider, is a couple of things. One, in order to make your offer more appealing when it is contingent to the sale of another home, sometimes you go in at a sales price that isn't quite as aggressive or quite as strongly negotiated as you would hope for otherwise. Two, assuming your contingent offer on the purchase gets accepted, the next step is to get your current home sold, because at this point, really what you have is a first right of refusal should another offer come in on the home you want to purchase that is not contingent to the sale of another home. So a couple of things to consider there. When that happens, you have time as a factor. And in order to expedite the time in which you get your current home sold, in some cases, you end up being a little more aggressive with the sales price of your current home in order to just get it done so you don't miss out on the opportunity of the home you want to buy. Now, there's another way to handle this, and we've had a lot of success in doing this with other home sellers. In many cases, when the home is priced right, you generate competition and you are compelling to the buyer traffic that's out there. What we can actually do is negotiate what I like to call a reverse contingency. In short, what this means is, say we get that perfect offer on your home, we can always look to negotiate where we make the acceptance of that beautiful offer contingent to you finding a home to put under contract, say in 2 weeks. 2 weeks goes by, we haven't found it yet. You and the buyer can decide at that point to either extend that existing contingency or simply part ways as friends. We've done this in several occasions for a lot of the home sellers we work with. It really works well, but you want to make sure you're working with an agent who can adequately and very thoroughly present this idea to a buyer or buyer's agent in order to make sure everybody understands where things are as far as the process goes. Okay. Now we'll move into our third phase, which is the closing and possession phase. The goal is really simple. One, on the sale of your home, the goal is to negotiate, say, a 2 to 3 day window after closing, before which you need to turn the keys over to the new owner. On the purchase side, the goal is to negotiate keys given to you at the closing table, and then very cleanly just close everything all on the same day. You see, what happens there is now you have a 2 to 3 day window to get your movers lined up and get them in there, make the move really as stress-free as possible. Now, there's longer time frames available and different things that go into negotiating those time frames, but just know that in most cases, getting a couple of days or 3 days even typically isn't a problem for most buyers, especially when your home is marketed well, you've created a lot of competition, and your home is very compelling to the buyer traffic. So that's basically what I wanted to cover with you regarding the marketing of your current home and searching for your new one, negotiating the sale and purchase of both, and the closing and possession timeframes associated with those homes. So that's what I had for you this week. If I can answer any other questions for you on future videos, don't hesitate to check me out on Facebook, or go out to our website, omnipresenthomesgroup.com. And of course, always feel free to call or text me anytime. I'm Rob with the Omnipresent Property Group. I sincerely appreciate you watching this video. Have an amazing day.